Hello, everybody. This is Brianna. Everybody knows me as Bree from the Zone. I'm the mean one. I'm the one that is always telling how it is or whatever, but I'm really, really nice. And there is another person that you guys just really don't know. So this blog is really going to get you to know me, to understand where I come from, why I am the way that I am, why I do the stuff that I do, and how I handle being a preacher's kid. Because everybody always asks me, how is it? Is it hard? Do they put you on this pedestal? Do they want you to do stuff that you don't want to do? Are you, like, just different things of that nature. So I'm going to answer everybody's questions. So I hope everything that I say on this blog bless you, it help you, and it lets you see that every preacher's kid is not bad, or they're not crazy, or they're not murderers, or they're not, just these insane people. But we really deal with a lot. People don't understand that it's really a hard thing being a preacher's child, being a preacher's kid, as I say, because even though I'm grown now, I still battle and deal with a lot of things that has transpired with my mom. They sometimes look at me like, okay, well, since your prophet is right, daughter, you have to be this certain person, or you have to do something a certain way. You have to talk a certain way. But if anybody has ever talked to my mom, they would know me and her are two totally different people. I mean, she's nice. I mean, we look alike. She's really nice. I'm nice. She's soft-hearted. I'm soft-hearted. But at the same time, it's just like I deal with things differently than she does. What really made me get here is because, okay, when I was younger, I was always brought up as this holy child, or I couldn't wear red fingernails, I couldn't wear red toenail polish, everything had to be clear. If it wasn't clear, then it wasn't right. I had to wear stockings, I wore skirts all the time, I used to swim in culottes. It was just crazy. So I mean, it was always, to me, I used to always say, when I get out the house, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And it's not more so that I'm bad, is more so that I was just wanting to experience and see other stuff that my friends and stuff was doing. So got in middle school, got into track and doing different sports and doing different things. And I was still known as the Christian girl, the one that was always in church. I was in church almost every day. It was crazy. We was in church every single day. Was always churching, and revival. Had to get up 6 o'clock in the morning on Sundays, be an intercessory prayer. It was just a lot. So it just put a really, really strong demand on me in my life. So then I got older, and I started seeing different things in the church, and I started seeing different stuff that church people was doing, and it really made me have tough skin and not let people close to me. Like, people wonder why, okay, Brianna don't have a lot of friends. Brianna stay by herself. She just talk to this person. When she goes to church, she go to church, watch her mama preach, go help her mama, and get out. And it's because I've seen so much, and I have encountered so much through church and with different things and different pastors. I mean, it's been crazy. Like, I'm going to share a little bit about my mom's testimony that she told on the Word Network. I'm sorry. So I don't want you guys to think I'm bashing my mom or telling my mom's business or anything like that. It's just, I mean, this testimony really helped a lot of women get out of a lot of things that they're doing that is not right with their pastors. So my mom, we was a part of a church, and, we was going regularly, and she was like, it was a mega ministry back home. And I mean, we was really into church, youth department, media ministry. I mean, it was crazy. It was one of the biggest African-American churches in Knoxville, Tennessee. So the pastor went through a divorce, and, my mom stuck by him. She stuck by him, and she did a lot of things that, she wasn't really supposed to do. So, they got married, had a son, and everybody really faulted her and looked at her as this crazy woman. How could you do this? How could you do that? So that put my family through a lot. They shot through our house. They spray painted our cars. I mean, it was bananas. So seeing that, it really made me not want to deal with church people and not want to come around church people. It was just like, okay, I'm going to keep my distance. So after that, kind of strayed away from church in high school, doing stuff I wasn't supposed to do, drinking, smoking, just being crazy, basically. So doing that, I still couldn't get away from Prophetess Wright daughter or Elder Ann Wright's daughter, or just anything that nothing about me said that I belong in the secular world. Even with me singing, people always say, you will never make it in the secular industry. You are just church. You're just a church girl. I can't help it. That's just what it is. So high school, running track, doing what I was supposed to do, making the grades, everything like that. Come to find out, I got pregnant. Yes, people, I have a son. He is 3 years old. Love of my life. But got pregnant when I was 18. I don't want to say it was the biggest mistake that I've ever made in my life, but it didn't make me happy. I was embarrassed. I was really embarrassed because of my mother, because of what people was going to say. Oh, you're around here preaching for all these people, going all around the world, but your child and your children are messed up. I'm not going to lie and say I wasn't. I was messed up because I was hurt, and I'm not saying, people, please do not take this the wrong way. I'm not saying when you get hurt in church, you stray away from the church, you go and do whatever. It's not right. But that's what I did. No, it's not right, but I repented for all my sins, so I'm clean now. God has forgiven me. But I got pregnant, had my son. I was really embarrassed. I didn't want my mom to give me a baby shower because I believe that when you get pregnant out of wedlock, you should not have a baby shower, because it's just like people are condoning you for doing, for doing what you did, and it's not right. My mom set me down. She didn't let me do any church functions. It was just, no, you sit here until you have this baby, because I don't want you to think that it's right. Okay. Had my son. Still wasn't ready. I'm not going to lie to you. I was not ready to raise a child. I really was not ready to raise a child. So, raised my son, still going to school, still doing what I had to do, but I still didn't have the mindset of, Brianna, you have to get back to God. And when I realized that everything that I was doing, it was just a cycle of my mother and her mother and my grandmother, and it's just a cycle. So I really felt like, okay, at some point I have to break this cycle. The cycle has to be broken. I have to get myself together. I have to get back to God. And as a young person, I don't know if you guys think, but I think living for God is not easy. It's not easy, because if anybody tells you that living for God is easy, especially when you're not married, they tell you living for God is easy, or the world it don't look good. The world it looks good, but if you stick with God, then you will really reap great benefits. And God, I know God made me a promise. God, I know He did. So it's just like, okay, Brianna, you have this calling on your life. Everybody keep telling you, you're not street. Okay, you walk around here, you fight, you do this, but that's just not you. So then I got to the mindset of, okay, Bree, just get yourself together, do what you got to do, live for God, pray, stay prayed up, do what you need to do. So came to Jacksonville. When I came to Jacksonville, I'm sorry, my hair was messed up. Came back to Jacksonville, Florida. Started going back to church, singing, and just really glorifying God with just all my might, just going bananas. So I realized that if I go after God and if I do certain stuff for God, that He will do everything that I need Him